Hi guys, my name is Kaylana and welcome to my channel Lovely and Lace. And today we're going to talk all about how to grow your hair long, healthy, and fast. And if I had to choose between never doing my makeup again or never doing my hair again, I'd rather have good hair days and a natural face. So that's how much I feel about hair. I have definitely had my fair share of bad hair experiences. So a while ago, I was a really poor college student and newly married, and I really wanted some new highlights. So I tried to cut some corners and just go to the beauty school. And long story short, I wanted it too light and they kept it on too long, and a lot of tears, and about a foot of hair later, I had very, very short hair. Now looking back at pictures, it didn't look that bad, but for me, going from quite long hair to above my shoulders was a huge change, and especially one that I hadn't really wanted. And so about a week after that, I'm like, okay, it's time to figure out how to grow my hair fast because I can't deal with this forever. I took to Pinterest, the internet, everything, and let me tell you, some of it worked and some of it didn't work. So I'm here to tell you the tips to grow your hair long, healthy, and really fast. And so don't do all the weird things that I did. These are the things that'll actually work. Okay, so my first tip, and probably the most important one, is stop washing your hair. I'm serious. I'm not saying don't shower, just don't wash your hair every time you shower. Get like those cute little hair caps, put your hair in a bun, whatever you need to do, and just leave your hair the heck alone. I know there's people out there that are like, I can't do that, my hair is really greasy. And girl, I know, my hair, I was one of them. My hair would be so greasy. And so the reason your hair is so oily is because when you're washing it every day, your body's trying to make up for all those oils that you're stripping off of it, so it's producing more. So wait a few days between showering and trust me, you will see that the oil is going to go down a lot. And you'll be surprised how long you can go between washing your hair. And don't worry, dry shampoo is going to become your new best friend. So I use this every day between washes. It just helps give your hair that clean, almost after washed feeling, and you're going to be good to go. Another reason not to wash your hair every day is because every time you wash your hair, how much heat products are going into that? You're blow drying, you're curling, you're straightening. There's so much heat that's going in there. But when you're not washing your hair as often, it's a lot easier to go between those and be able to do your hair really nice the first day and kind of be able to sleep on it, be able to brush it through, maybe add a few curls, but not have to fully redo your hair. And trust me, it's gonna make a huge difference. Another thing I use is It's a 10 Miracle Leave-In Spray. And there's a bunch of different sprays, but this is one of my favorite. It helps bring back conditioning to the ends of your hair, so you just spray it on the end right after you shower. And it also has a heat protectant spray in it. So if you do need to blow dry your hair or something, your hair is already getting protected with this. So I highly recommend this. You can get this at Target or Walmart, but I've been using this since junior high and it is one of the best purchases. My next one is oil your hair. So your hair, obviously, your head produces those oils. So from about here, from here, your hair is already getting that soft oils and the nourishment it needs. But the bottom of your hair is what needs help. And that's why when you go in and you have all those nasty split ends and all the trimmings, and it's because it's just kind of dead and it's fried. And so what you need to do is take a quarter size, depending on, I have really thick hair, so depending on how thick your hair is or something, and then rub it through the ends every night right before you go to bed. And it's going to make your hair so much softer and stronger on the ends. And trust me, next time you go in to get your hair cut, you're going to be surprised how much thicker it is and how less they're going to have to trim off the ends. That brings me to my next point, which, trimming. So I never understood why my hair never went past this length when I was in high school. Didn't understand. I'm like, that must just be where my hair ends. That's, how long it's ever going to get. No, it's because I was getting my hair cut too often. And this is probably one of the most controversial things about hair. Some people say, if you want to grow your hair really long, go get it trimmed every 2 months. No. Get it trimmed when it needs trimmed. If you have obvious split ends, if the ends are looking a little frayed, fried, if they look more like straw than hair, that's not salvageable. Go get it cut. You want your hair lady to be your best friend. So when you go in and you say, I want to trim, you shouldn't come out with your hair like this short. There's a reason my hair wasn't growing for all that time. You get scissor happy people, or you're going in too often and you keep cutting off that growth that's happened. But there's other times when you just need the very ends trimmed. And so monitor it. You know your hair. If that means you need to go in every 3 months, or you need to go in every 6 months, or you only need to trim once a year. You know your hair. You know how much heat you're putting on it, how much chlorine, all that stuff. Just find that person that cuts your hair that you trust, that's gonna do a good job, take off what it needs, but nothing more. So next is invest in a wide tooth comb. Throw away all your other combs. This is the comb you want. And you can get them Target, Walmart, Sally's, pretty much anywhere they have wide tooth combs. But the best part is that you can use these when your hair is still wet and it's not damaging your hair. Because a lot of brushes, they're actually doing more harm than good because they're pulling your hair, they're breaking parts off, and this one doesn't do that. They're wide enough that it's just going through, getting any knots out, but it's not damaging your hair. So next is a hydrating mask. Buy a good conditioner that you can use once a week, or that's really nice, that's gonna deeply moisturize your hair. And that's another thing that's gonna keep your hair nice and soft on the ends, and you're not gonna get that breakage. And so I really like the Moroccan oil one. This is something that I always splurge on, and I've been using this since my hair disaster, and it just helps the ends of your hair be so much softer. And so if you feel like my hair is just like in a rut, like it's really dry, it's not that, go take a bath, put this on, lather it in, let it soak, and your hair is going to be brand new. So let's talk about dyeing your hair. The more often you dye your hair, the more processing you're putting into your hair, and the more fragile it's getting every time. So I try to go about 6 months between doing my hair, just depending on the style you have. If you're going from brown to blonde, don't know that you can't do that all at once. It's going to take some time because you don't want to take your hair up too many shades at a time, or else you're going to be stripping it and it's just going to be really brittle. So what my hair lady does is she takes about like every other, she does one a little closer to the root and the other one she'll do a little further down, just so when it grows out it still looks natural. It doesn't have, you don't have that sharp line, and it just makes it a lot easier to be able to go like 6 months between getting your hair done, and it's just putting less process on your hair. It's allowing it to be healthy between those things. So if you want to add some color, you want to go a little bit lighter, your hair is going to be strong enough to be able to handle that because you're not bleaching it and processing it all the time. So that's it. Those are my biggest tips for growing your hair longer, healthier, and faster. And you don't have to use these exact products. I'll link them all down below for you, but you can go more expensive, not expensive on some. Just know that using these things together, it's going to be the best for your hair. Put some heat protectant spray on it. Don't wash it so often. Use the dry shampoo on the days that you're not washing your hair. Make sure the ends of your hair stay oiled and nice and soft. Brush your hair with a good brush. Don't be breaking it off. And just be smart about going to the hairdresser and doing your trims and your hair dyeing. Be sure to let me know if any of these tips work for you, if you're already doing them, if there's tips that I missed that you use that have worked for you. Just let me know. I'm always loving to learn more about ways to keep my hair healthier and grow it stronger and longer. And be sure to subscribe to my channel and like this video. And I also have an online clothing shop. You can check it out below, and I'll be doing discounts on here from time to time for it. So thanks for watching, everyone.